What up? Episode number 11.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a good one. We just had the fair. This is literally Monday after the fair. So,
do you know who I am?
I
am James Trules, and you are?
Oh, I'm Chase Little.
Hey, welcome.
They should know that by now. No?
Yeah, but I like to enter and exit with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It seems like perpetual.
What does that mean? It's a big word.
Perpetual.
It's like having a speech impediment and saying professional.
I'm a perpetual.
It's like, what was the kid's name? On Little Rascals. He had a speech impediment. What's his name?
Remember.
Buckwheat.
Mm-hmm. That's taking it way back, bro. Mm-hmm. I doubt any member. Well, there's probably some. There's some. Yeah, me, right? There's some out there.
Well, they also had that character, Remember? He couldn't say anything but
Yeah.
You getting all this? Froggy.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, that was it.
So, yeah, you know, that's cool.
I'm only down for the movie.
I
I don't remember the TV show, but I remember the movie.
I don't remember any TV. There was a TV show?
That's what it's from. It's a really old, like, 50s or 60s TV show.
Oh, really?
You guys.
Maybe 40s.
Welcome. Episode 11.
Hey, check out our merch store, BHOV.easternsierranow.com. Plenty of stuff on there to check out, and you can always reach out on the contact tab on the same website if you have suggestions on what we should put out there in print.
And we don't really get a lot of suggestions, guys. So, suggest things.
Yeah, and I think we should just go with our hats. I think we should just go with New Era.
New Era?
Yeah, that's what those are. And that's actually what this is, too.
That and that.
Yeah.
Those are good hats.
Yeah, this is a snapback.
Is yours Profit? Oh, your Snap?
Yeah, this is snapback, but it's New Era still.
Who makes the Manor Market ones? Because those are pretty good.
I don't know. We can reach out.
Yeah.
Well, I have a Manor Market hat, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just got one the other day.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good. Yeah.
But I really like New Era's snapbacks. They fit well.
Nice.
I'm all about the fitted, bro.
I have 3 of these New Era ones, and they're my favorite hats to wear.
Okay. We'll tell Allie.
Fitted family.
I was going to say, we want to give a quick little round of applause. Manor Market is the newest member of Eastern Sierra Now
family.
That's
thank
right.
you, Manor Market.
Thank you,
We're
Manor
very
Market.
excited for
That's
them.
dope. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of sponsors, Paradox Fitness.
Paradox
Fitness in amazing Bishop, California, is the first choice when you're looking to change their life and improve their fitness. The gym offers 24/7 access, which is crazy. I just got my membership.
Did you?
Yeah,
You got
it's
the
an
little
app.
thing?
It's an app. You go up,
Yeah.
and it's just by the phone.
Oh, wow. Because she gave me a little thing, but I do have an app too.
Yeah.
But there's like a little, whatever. It's like
A little beeper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, like
I have not caught up.
Fob.
the
Yeah.
remote fobs for
Yeah,
cars
like
and
that.
stuff, yeah.
Yep.
Remember, you can also advertise with us. Each episode could be sponsored
By
you! That's so
nailed-
cute when we do that.
Nailed that one, bro. I love that. Absolutely love
Kid was
that
the
one.
word I was going to go with. Too.
And then also we are sponsored by You're in Luck. If you're planning a major event or managing a job site in the Eastern Sierra, You're in Luck. They are out of Big Pine as your go-to solution for reliable and clean portable restroom services. Specializing in porta potty rentals, You're in Luck ensures that your guests or crew will have access to hygienic facilities wherever they are needed.
They are nice.
They really are, dude.
Yeah.
B does a really good job with that, man.
Yeah. And also, our podcast is only available through Eastern Sierra Now. Brought to you exclusively by Eastern Sierra
That's
Now.
it.
You can watch it on Eastern Sierra Now,
Yes.
YouTube,
Yep.
listen to it on Spotify,
Yep.
Apple Music, all
Yep.
that stuff.
Google Play.
And you can also advertise with them. And they also do social media managing. So, it's probably geared more towards businesses, but I guess you could do a private account, right?
If you're balling like that and you're an
If
influencer.
you're an influencer,
Info at Eastern Sierra Now for your free social media audit and quote.
Yeah.
And I think...
Patreon.
let them know that you heard about it on BHOV and get 25% off your first
Bro,
month.
that's what's up, man.
So, yeah, give that a look.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, it is Monday after Labor Day, and fair happens on Labor Day. Did you go to the fair?
I went to I seen you at the fair, silly. I did.
Did you see him see me? Oh,
he was behind me.
it's confirmed.
It was like this.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I said, "What up, man?" And you were coming in with Keela, and then I gave you a high five because I was going. Dude, the bathrooms were so nuts, bro. I just walked out and went to a closer restroom.
Were you butthurt at the bathroom at the fair?
But
No. Well, no, because like I was, dude. Like I love the VFW. God bless those people for what they do, and I love your corn dogs. But holy cow, it took me 25 minutes to get 2 corn dogs.
Are you talking about? You're talking about Lions Club.
Lions, sorry, VFW. Lions Club. I love you, VFW, but the Lions Club.
That line was long, huh?
It was long.
It was crazy, and then dumb me because like there's the alcohol line, right? So I was sitting in, and like there's 2 lines, and I was like, oh, I guess it's just kind of split up there or something. And then I'm looking even more, and then one was to the Lions, and then one was the booze line, and I was like, dog, I'm in the wrong line.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the booze
I was
line?
in the booze line. some silly pants.
What was your favorite thing you did at the fair?
As always, the exhibits.
Yeah.
I go to the fair for the exhibits. You see so much local talent, man. Amazing pictures, amazing paintings, drawings. There was oh gosh darn, what is that? The building in the center. I used to work there, and I forget it's called something else, but yes, the Home Economic Building is what we used to call it.
The one that's by the stage?
Yes.
Okay. It's not called the Home Economics Building?
No, it's called, gosh, Garrett, text me. Oh, wait, this isn't live.
I actually went there the other day to talk to Donna Bird, who's the director of Meal Days.
Yeah.
And she and her daughter Katie were setting it up, or Amy and her were setting it up, and they were doing a really good job.
Dude,
Before
that
all the
building
stuff was in there,
crushed.
They crushed it. Yeah, and Mule Days is also a social media sponsor here now. Thank you very much.
So they had Lego exhibits, like kids put Legos together, and then they had the exhibits of that, and then
cool.
little model, like I'm into miniatures. A lot of people that come through the shop know that I make miniature ducks.
Yes, I've seen them.
Yes, that's my favorite thing to do. And there's like these little dioramas of like, the truck and some trees and a little hillside, and it was badass, man. The quilts in there were amazing. Some of the baked goods, I wanted to break the case and grab them. Looking good. Maybe a little stale, but I'm sure they're going to taste still good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite thing is always the fair food. Going for the corn dogs, funnel cake,
Corn dogs.
all that stuff, the ice cream.
Best corn dogs, Lion Club corn dogs, and it's Ray.
It's true.
Ray dips them, right? All day, Ray. What up, Ray? He dips them, and they're so good.
They are.
Here's my thought.
World class.
This has never been said publicly before, so I want your guys' opinion. And
Cool.
anybody at home, if you want to write down low about what's going on. I think because I have a pretty good-sized parking lot at the Eastern Sierra Now building, we should see if the Lions Club wants to bring their little cart and park it like once a month to do corn dogs out here. They for free. I don't give a shit.
Sure.
But that would be excellent because you have to wait all year to have a corn dog.
Right.
Where it's like, let's just do it once a month.
Yeah.
Park here. I don't
Yeah.
care. You can plug in electricity. I don't care. Do it. I think that would be great. It'd make them money. It'd be a cool way for me to help give back to the Lions Club and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody thinks that's a good idea, hit me up. And we're still waiting on Barbecue Bill's cart too.
Ooh.
Same thing.
Oh, right. That would be so cool if he did that, man.
Yeah.
Did you go on any rides at the fair?
No, I'm not a rider.
Yeah, I went on one ride with my niece.
Oh
Yeah, and she said the zipper, and I said,
my God.
You're like, of course.
It's been like probably a decade since the last time I've been on that thing, and dude, it was not fun.
How old's your niece?
She's, dude, come on, I don't know.
7, 8?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sub 10.
yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But that is the age. I mean, that's when I conquered my fears. I think we talked about it a couple podcasts ago. I made my dad go on the zipper when I went on it. I went on it with him, and then it was like, dude, I loved the zipper, and I conquered a fear, and then I made him go on it like 7 more times.
Yeah.
Super fun.
She went on it one other time before she took me on it.
I have some very great memories. I remember one of the most vicious. It was probably one of the first really violent physical altercations I'd seen, like outside of a domestic capacity. Were two. I grew
The
up
ones in the home were way worse.
I grew up in violence, and they were, bro. Like everybody, a lot of people know about my background.
I've
And
heard that
it wasn't pleasant. But these like 2 dudes just got it, like right next to where the stage wasn't there at the time. It wasn't built. It was just the ponds.
Okay.
And so they started because this would be the ponds and the stage. They started right there and fought all the way around almost to the other bathroom. and just two like of the baddest high schoolers at the time, straight just getting it, dude. Like 20 minutes of fighting. And there was a couple of adults around watching these kids just like box, bro.
Like,
And at the end, one of them did step in because there was a clear victor and, separated it. But man, I'll never forget that. Just the sound of blunt impact, right? And just squishy nose, like, oh, man,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
It's a crazy sound, really. Like when someone gets hit hard.
Yes.
It's a crazy sound.
Sounds like a watermelon getting punched in.
Especially when you knock them out cold, right?
One of my favorite things about the fair. This was probably 10 years ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was 21 because I think I was walking around drinking a beer. But it was at the Zipper, and carnies, man, they're crazy, right? They're absolutely bonkers.
They're separated for a reason out there. Like when the lights turn out, they have to retreat to an area and stay there. No joke.
Really?
Legitly.
Like it goes, okay. Jim,
Legitly.
You're over there. Razor blade, you're over there. There's a reason you're called Razor Blade.
It's an area where they all I don't know if it was like that this year. I didn't, but the years that I worked there, they had an area and we put up fencing around it, and when everything was done, they were in there.
I have a sorry, let me finish the story real quick. So I was right by the Zipper. I was talking to somebody, I think, and then all of a sudden it sounded like someone was like throwing pockets full of change. At the gate that's like in front of you when you're sitting on the Zipper. It sounded like they were like throwing change at it, and I was like, "That's a crazy sound." And I look up, and this somebody, I don't know if it was a boy, girl, whatever, they were puking hard. It sounded like change hitting it. And dude, this carny that was running the ride was going, "Yeah! Yeah!" And I was like, this guy's wild. Like, who gets hyped when somebody starts throwing up?
That is definitely a different person.
Dude, I was like... But the other thing that was interesting about the fair for me was I have a friend who's in law enforcement, and he was working the fair, and I saw him early on the night, and he just seemed kind of stressed out. I knew he was working. I didn't want to take up too much of his time.
Yeah.
I just said, "Hey man, it's good to see you. How you doing?" He's like, "Just dealing with a bunch of weird stuff, man." And I was like, "Oh wow, okay." And then like I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours later, I saw him again, and he was kind of at a just posting up, making sure everybody was good. So I was, wasn't busy. I know he was busy, but he wasn't like dealing with something right then. And I was like, "So what's going on?" He's like, "Just a bunch of weird stuff, man." He goes, "Honestly, the weirdest thing is vendors were getting aggressive with other vendors because like they were." He goes, "It's like it's a turf war or something going on right
legitly.
now." I was like,
I went down to the baked potato spot, Brian's Baked Potatoes, I think it was called. And then the guy, like when I was done ordering, the guy from the one right next to him like came up to me and he was like, "What's up, bro?" He was like, "You didn't look at my menu." And I was like, "I want a baked potato, bro." And then I looked at his menu and he looked like he had great things, but
is that the place that had the rainbow colored grilled cheese?
maybe. So it was at the very end and then this corner one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one, dude. It had this big image of a rainbow grilled cheese you could get,
Yes.
and I was all, ugh, I don't want that.
But like, dude, like where like
How'd you make that cheese blue?
There's nothing I like more with my grilled cheese than some red 40,
blue.
you know what I'm saying?
having a vendor approach me and be like, "You didn't look at my menu." I was like, "That's mildly aggressive."
Yeah, what is this, like gangland, bro? Like, what's going on?
But I did like the new additions to the fair food.
Yeah.
Seemed like there was
that new
more.
Asian one was bomb. That was right by the gates. Going in, that was really good. They
What
had
I did
the
like-
bowl thing, I had it twice. I went 2 times.
It
That's
was
what I
good,
ate both
yeah.
times. It was really good.
I'm partial to Dan's lemonade,
Yeah.
and there was 2 lemonades there, and I didn't get the other brand. I like Dan. Dan the lemonade man, he's cool.
The first time I saw that place was actually during the livestock show. He was over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is he local?
No, this is part of his circuit. I forget.
Okay.
Like I talked to him for a long time, a couple different times when I worked there. Great guy, real beachy. I think he's a beach dude.
Okay. I talked to the lady that runs the garlic festival that goes to the park here, and because I went there trying to get olives, and being the idiot that I am, I didn't go until Sunday, and she was
Gone.
like, "No olives, dude," and I was like, "Ah." But I talked to her, and I guess they had 3 new salsas that sold out on the first day.
Oh wow!
And also they had a brand new Bloody Mary mix that sold out on the first day.
I bet that's
And I was like,
delicious.
wow.
There's a couple of things that I do miss about alcohol, not necessarily being intoxicated because I hated it, but a good Bloody Mary,
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like with some eggs Benedict.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you ever make them at Rusty's with like the cheeseburgers and shit?
Well, not
Did you ever do those?
cheeseburgers and stuff,
Because that
but
was when they always had us doing is you make the White Castle burger and you put it on there. And I'm like, really? And I was like, okay.
I'm not a
I
big
did it a couple
fan.
times. People would be like, I want the one
oh,
with
you
White
mean
Castle burger.
a long time ago?
Long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah, so I thought you were talking about like the most recent time when I worked there.
Yeah, no.
And
Back
they
in-
don't do that anymore over there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not a big
Back
fan
when
of
I was working
garnishes.
there too.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, on like a Bloody Mary, it's cute and everything,
Dude,
but I
olives.
want the Bloody Mary,
I want tons of
not
olives.
a
though.
chicken, right?
Yeah.
You've seen those ones? Yeah, the ones that come with a whole fried chicken on
Well,
top
yeah,
of
but
them.
it's like on a stick outside.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
like it
want
takes
that.
up the juice.
Yeah, but
area.
like people, they're like, "Oh, I had the best Bloody Mary in my life," and they show a picture of it, and it's because I had a chicken on it. But how was the Bloody Mary?
Yeah, that's a chicken.
It's a chicken, bro.
Yeah.
That's a chicken
It
Mary.
shouldn't. It
It's a
shouldn't
bloody chicken.
influence, right? Like it's cute.
Yeah.
Like it's a good gimmick. But is the Bloody Mary
Is it
really
like
that
a Cornish
good?
game hen or is it like a full-on chicken?
I've seen pictures of chickens. They would get that whole crazy ornate, like it looks like an explosion of just meal
Yeah.
on top of.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
like it's in all these skewers sitting in the glass. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good gimmick, but how's the Bloody Mary?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, sir, there was this one place I used to go to in Southern California that would do. Actually, it was a VFW down in Lake Elsinore, and they did these miniature breakfast sandwiches that they were about this big, and they were on like a big stick, and then they had some carrots and stuff on there too. But like it was a nice size of but it didn't like take away from the Bloody Mary, and it was only $3.
Was it a good Bloody Mary?
It was.
That's the question.
It was, yeah, and also, I only had to ask them to make it spicy once.
I had perfected in my alcoholism like the best Bloody Mary I could use, and it was no olives, but I did use pickled asparagus, and that was a game changer for flavor. Absolute game changer.
Yeah.
I just like the olives a lot. I do. I've had it with pickled asparagus before. I've had it with pickled okra.
The only olive
was pretty good.
I like is my baby girl olive. Insert picture here. Ta-da!
Is that your dog?
Yeah, baby girl olive. My baby girl olive. Olive baby
Oh,
girl.
okay.
The black
cool.
one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Louis is the cream one, and Olive is my black little baby girl.
Got
I
you,
miss her
got
so
you.
much.
You want to get into some butthurts here?
Yeah. Did we finish up talking about all the fair, the derby?
No, there's plenty of fair stuff that'll happen.
Oh, you'll cut
Okay.
that
in here
into
too.
We'll circle back around. Mm-hmm. Circle.
Oh, no, let's not go that dark yet.
This is gonna be a good episode.
baby.
I'm butthurt because I was cruising my Jeep when a Bronco tried to give me the Jeep
I
wave,
love that one.
which I'm pretty sure is like a 2-finger thing, like this. Is it like that?
And you're like this, and you kind of.
Oh, it's like a peace sign that you just okay.
Yeah.
And I just find it hilarious. Like, dude, these Jeep loyalists, they're so funny.
Yeah,
Like-
those comments are great.
Oh, I didn't even read the comments.
They're
I
great.
just laughed to myself about that because, dude, you get some of these Jeep people and they're like, Jeep's the greatest thing ever created. And I'm like, dude, my friend Jesse's breaks down all the time.
Right now.
It really kind of depends on what Jeep you get, what year you get, all of that stuff. My father has had Jeeps for years, and they're all of his Jeeps super reliable. He has, I want to say, a 2020. What's the dope one?
J.
It's a Wrangler, but
Rubicon.
it's there you go, Rubicon, and that thing is an absolute machine. The one that he had before was a custom built. It was the 2000 and something, but the guys went nuts on it. It was built out of Kansas City and shipped over here. And we went on some of these roads, and allegedly the gate was closed. This is a hypothetical scenario right now.
Oh, like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Hypothetical scenario.
Yeah.
We were going to go around. This is a dream I had, In my dream, we were going to go around this gate that was locked. It was a Forest Service gate. And like the way that the barrier is to protect around from people going around, it just looks like they got a loader, probably like a 966 or something like that, which has a tall reach and just dumped buckets of earth. So you have a pyramid, right? A berm. And we went, and the only reason why we couldn't get up it is because we were so vertical, the spare tire was lifting the rear suspension from gaining traction, and the front wasn't enough to pull us up. If that spare tire wasn't there, we would have went up it and over it. That Jeep, they're insane.
Well, you're also talking about a custom-built Jeep by like a private shop, not a Jeep that comes off the factory line.
No.
That somebody throws some method rims on.
Thank you for saying that, because his Rubicon, I don't think it would do the exact same thing, but oh my God, is that thing a machine? It goes everywhere.
What kind do you have?
It's the Sahara Sport Unlimited. So it's middle of the pack. It's not the lower one, but it's not the better one. But I've done so many upgrades to it that it might as well have been a Rubicon. But at this point, it's the problem is the radiators go like crazy. Like I've had 3 top of the line radiators go this year, and they just send me a new one because it's still in warranty every time. And it's like, that's clearly not the problem,
right?
You know what I mean? But
something else.
Yeah. So now it's in the shop again for the radiator. So it's like, God dang.
I got fairground stuff.
Yeah.
I'm butthurt at how greedy the fairgrounds have become. I paid for parking and had to run home for my sunglasses. When I returned, I showed them my parking ticket and was told I have to pay again. I told them I just paid 15 minutes ago, so I had to pay again.
That's wild. Like that's.
It says no return privileges on the ticket, but
well, if it says it, it says it.
It's a little aggressive though.
Yeah.
Didn't they just start that 2 years ago maybe with paying for parking?
Yeah. And it's a thing. I mean, it's generating revenue.
It is $5.
Yeah,
and it goes to benefit. And it benefits. It actually doesn't even. They have the signs up. It's for the right there as you're driving in. It's like it says what you're paying for. I'm sure some probably goes to the venue, but it's like it's one of the I want to say the girls. No, it's the Bishop baseball team, the boys baseball.
Oh yeah. I've seen a lot of those dads out there with their kids doing the parking.
Yeah,
they had the little glowy ones.
Yeah, so it's the big benefits the boys baseball team, which
Yep.
I think
shout out to you, Butler.
It's a little bit far to say no return privileges. I mean, that's kind of
It's aggressive.
Yeah, or make it like if you're going to come in the morning and then park and then come back for the derby at night, sure. But if the dude just left and they're going to remember him, say, hey, yeah, that person just checked me in 2 minutes ago.
Or when you're leaving, be like, hey, man, I got to run home. Can you remember my face?
Yeah, totally. Something like that.
Something like that.
Somebody wrote in the comments that they were allowed to when they brought their ticket with them. So
Maybe he just had a dick for a parking attendant.
True.
You know what I mean?
there's no way. I don't think that anybody that is a baseball dad would be a jerk to somebody in a parking lot.
Right?
Never.
That's not.
No way.
No.
Yeah. You want to go, bro? You want to go? This is America.
I thought this was America.
I mean, I don't think baseball dads are like they're not aggressive, right? They're not like, especially not at their kids' games or anything with like refs or the other team or anything.
At all.
Yeah.
Really?
I've never seen it.
I guess
Not on the internet or anything.
Never, right?
Don't be butthurt or create butthurt. Please, for the love of all things, people, do not show up to GA Derby seating at 7:05 and
General
be pissed
admission.
that there is nowhere to sit or demand someone make room for you. Please just don't.
No, that's a thing.
Don't do it.
Showing up early, putting blankets down. You're like, bro, that's not how this works. I don't want you to save 15 spots for your crew.
Right?
But I didn't sit in general. I was lucky enough to sit in a box.
Yeah, you were high rolling this year. What was up
Wow.
with that? I was going to ask you.
I just stumbled, like I was going solo, man. Like I'm trying to force myself to do new things and be more socially active now that I'm single. And
We're just going to gloss over that?
yeah.
Okay, we're going to gloss over that. We'll edit that out.
Well, you don't got to edit it out, but most of my close friends and family know that I am recently single here for the past couple months, and I'm just trying to force myself to go out and have a good time. So I purchased tickets from a dude that was selling them on BHOV, and I talked to him. He's like, yeah, dude, these are Section C front row, best seats in the house. And that was a bonus, but I just wanted to go. They were reserved seats. bought 5 of them, gave 4 of them away on BHOV.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
And dude, homie, that was row S. Row S is the second from the top, and I know that because I painted those on when I worked there. Right? It's A, B, C, D up to the top. Does not start with S. So, homie, get your description straight. But when I was going by, I seen a couple of my friends, and then I was like, do you guys mind if I sit down and just chat? You know, because I didn't want to just go up there and be a weirdo sitting by myself. And I was fortunate enough to, they were like, yeah, just hang out with us tonight. So
Nice.
I love you guys. Thank you very much for being my pal.
Yeah, it
was rad.
Yeah, we bought our tickets last minute. My girl's dad was in town and he wanted to go, so we just bought 5 or 4 general admission.
The homie Manny and the homegirl Topa
free.
won the tickets on BHOV that I gave away.
That's
Shout
right.
out to Manny and Topa.
I got a funny butthurt here.
I haven't even said one.
Well, it's because you don't have any saved on your phone.
I have them all right here. You're running through them.
I'm butthurt. I don't know who Bink is.
I do.
And it was Bink Shots,
Yep.
vote for city council. And that is Eric Schott Jr.,
His
people.
nickname.
His nickname is Bink.
Always been.
Oh, yeah, and well, it's Binky.
Of
Let's
course.
just
'cause
call
he was
it what
junior.
it
He
is.
was Binky.
So
He's a really good dude. I like that guy.
he is running for city council. So if that's the route you feel that you should go, then cast your vote appropriately.
He might get a bad rap because of his last name, and a lot of those shots do, unfortunately. And like everyone that I've met, they're pretty good dudes.
You haven't met very many of them, or what?
I've met them all. But like Eric, he's super involved. Like I've talked to him about business, being that I am a manager of a storefront on Main Street, and he's just like, I don't want to see empty buildings. I see these things empty, and it just hurts the community. I know it does. So he's just looking to occupy those buildings, and if there's one for sale, and he can buy it and thinks he can make it better. Like if I had money like that, I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah,
I would be just like those guys.
I went all the way through school with Eric Jr. And I do like him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
It's just everybody else I don't like.
I got one. My turn.
Okay, your turn.
Yep.
Here we go.
I'm trying.
Is it dark?
No, I don't know what I just did. I did a zoom. Okay, I'm so okay, here we go. I am so butthurt. Somebody came to my store and took a crap in the toilet and threw up all over the floor and shit everywhere. Freaking disgusting. Didn't even tell me or flush the toilet.
That's I think in the comments somebody asked where they work, and is the mobile in Atlanta, right?
I have had to, like janitorial. I'm so thankful for my job now because janitorial has been a part of my job description forever. Right?
Okay.
Like even in the county, like the operators would come up to the booth, the little check-in station there, the attendant gatehouse, and just blow up that toilet and never think about it. Just butt wash everywhere, piss on the floor, and somebody else would always have to clean it up. And half of the time it was me.
I don't like that.
And with me working at the school, with me working at the fairgrounds, it is a gnarly thing to do, to come in and see something like that, and then you're responsible for cleaning it up.
Right. Should get hazmat pay for that.
Girl, I feel for you, man. So
Girl.
yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I have another one real quick. I am butthurt that not many people may know that my brother-in-law will be doing a guest spot at Steel Tiger. There is...
Didn't that already pass, though?
No, September 23rd through October 4th.
Oh. Well, so by the time this is out.
Look at this work, dude. That's the homie Jeff Carter's cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Brother-in-law, sorry. I mean, absolutely insane talent for portrait work, realism. So if that's what you're looking for, I wish I knew his name. I really don't. But yeah. Make an appointment. I want an appointment. I need to get new ink.
There you go.
Yeah.
Butthurt, there's another fair one, you guys. Butthurt that you couldn't buy individual tickets for rides like you used to be able to. My 2-year-old could only go on like one ride, and we definitely didn't need a whole ass wristband for that. All in all, it was pretty sad fare this year. Churros were only $5 though. That was cool.
Churros, $5.
I actually do have.
To be sad with the churro.
Yeah, I actually I agree with. What is that?
I'm sitting there going, what in the world?
Some water.
All right.
With Patrick Star on it?
Yay, Patrick.
How old are you?
46.
Dude, actually, I played a show at a local bar here. And on Saturday, the band I'm in, we played a show there. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the lead guitar player starts playing the SpongeBob song. And then like all of us started playing it, and we did the whole song, and the whole crowd was singing it too. It was pretty funny. But here's a butthurt I have about the fair. I didn't post about it, but I'll post about it now.
Do it.
Live.
Live.
Dang it.
It's not.
It's not live. Dude, the security there,
Insane. Those guys were nuts, bro.
they were and rude. Just super rude.
I'm
But
so
like,
glad you're saying this.
Here's the funny thing, right? The funny thing is I went through the metal detector and it went off, and they were like, "Oh, just empty your pockets." And like I had cigarettes and a lighter, and they were like, "You have to put this in your car or throw it away." And I was like, "Cigarettes?" I was like, "You can take cigarettes on an airplane. You just can't smoke them on the airplane because we're adults on airplanes, right?"
Yes.
So she was like, "You see that sign right there? You see that sign right there?" And I was like, "Yeah, it says you can't smoke on the premise." So I'm a full-grown adult, right? And there's signs that say you don't smoke. Yeah. So obviously, I go find secluded areas to do it.
That's
I'm not
exactly
going
right.
to do it in front of everybody.
Just like
you know what I
everybody
mean?
else.
Just like everybody else, you find a secluded place.
Right.
I know it's not supposed to be on the premise,
Down
but
by the horses.
you go where they store the mules when there's nobody there. When there's no mules there,
Bro.
There's nobody there.
So the
I
security.
couldn't even bring them in.
So I can understand to a point. All right. This is just me being good at my job. Because when I'm at a job and they tell me what to do for my job, I do that job. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's just what the rules are for me. So they apply to you. So I can get that she's like, this is the rules, and she's sticking to them. But on the other hand of things, I mean, it's discretion. Be like, you don't look like you're going to be, you look like a responsible adult.
But that's the thing is there's no sign that says you can't bring him on the premise. There's no sign. There's a sign that says you can't use the product on the premise. There's no sign that says you can't bring it onto the premise.
I think there's a small sign that says no tobacco, vapes, or cannabis products. It's a little small sign on the gate about this big because I put those up too.
Yeah,
and that's a rule. But
you can bring them on airplanes.
You can bring them on airplanes. Yeah, I mean I don't.
And it's just known that you don't smoke them on the airplane.
So I get into the fair a little bit different than other people. Me being the lead for maintenance for a couple years there. So I got a hookup. Okay, I got a hookup.
Didn't tell me about it.
I call my hookup, and I'm like, "Hey man, I'm my Scooty Puff Jr." So my scooter, I scoot down from the pad, and I was like, "Can I park my scooter in the maintenance yard?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I cut the line, and I'm going back by the Tallman, gonna go in the back gate, and I just hear this, "Hey!" And I'm like, "That's probably not for me." I pull up, dude in a shiesty mask, bro. Like he's like if he would have had an AR-15, he would have pointed at me. Like he was just puffed up, "No entry here." And I'm like, all right. And then the guy in the cart skirts up behind me, smoking a cigarette. No joke. No joke.
So the security guards can smoke cigarettes, but I can't?
No joke. I thought this was America.
Yeah, exactly. This is America.
His voice was like, "Hey!" And I'm just like, "What, dude?" He's like, "You can't go through there." And I was like, the homie Garrett, he's now him and Matt are the leads there for maintenance. Yeah. I was like, I used to work here. I used to be the lead. Like they told me I can park in the back. He was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah, call him." He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "James Trules." And so he calls him, right? And he's like, "I have a James Trules," and he gets interrupted. And he's like, oh, okay. Puts down his phone. "Open the gate for him." Right? So then I'm retiring to go home, right? I'm done with the first event I went to was the concert. Great
saw you
concert.
there.
I saw you there too. I'm glad you remember that one.
Yeah.
So that was a great concert. Super. I didn't realize that guy had so many great songs. Like Keep a Small Town Small and all those other ones. Dude, those guys were shredding the guitars when they opened. That
Dude.
purple hair dude.
Purple hair, it's like,
Oh
he
my
got on
God.
the wrong bus. And he showed up and he's like, you know what? Fuck it.
So what you have to
Great.
you have to understand about all those guys, right?
Great
So
guitars.
basically, the way it works in the music industry with solo artists or like that, the guys that have like, like, what was his name again? I can't remember his name, but
Michael Ray. Michael Ray.
Oh, Michael Ray. Okay, so he gets the contract to be a singer through a corporation, basically. That
Okay.
right. What they do in turn is some songs, artists write themselves. Some songs they buy, right, from other
ghostwriting.
people,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But the way that it works is, all right. So we have these 10 songs. We're gonna try out all these different studio musicians, and then whichever ones we like, we'll take, right? And then when we go on tour, the
Especially
same
on
people
tour.
that record normally it's the same people that
Call
record
it
the
touring
album.
band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, sometimes it's different people that record the album. Some people
Yeah.
are touring bands. Some people are strictly studio musicians.
Makes
But
sense.
Do you know this
a lot
because
of
you're
them,
in the industry?
I'm not in the industry. I'm locally in the industry, but I know it because I went to school for it.
Dope.
So, but I was actually I was on the track to becoming a studio drummer. That was my career path I was going for before everything fell to pieces.
Where you
Anyway.
lost your fingers in
Yeah.
the drumming accident.
So basically, like, the conclusion I came up with, like, that purple hair guitar player, he is without a doubt a studio musician who's also in like a screamo or metal band. That's his own thing. You know what I mean? Because there's no way,
He
dude.
gets paid to tour with country dudes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
He
his,
cra-
that's
he-
it's like his day job.
that dude
you know what I
ripped.
mean?
He was
He was an amazing
All three
guitar
of the
player.
guitar guys were great.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bass and the two good.
Yep.
But that
Yeah.
was sick.
The
Yeah.
opening to that concert was badass. So I was going home from the concert. I'm walking past the memorial for the 9/11 behind the Charlie
Right,
Brown,
yeah.
hooking it down to the maintenance yard. And again, I just hear this, "Hey, where are you going?" And I turn around and there's some dude, all black, shiesty mask, security guard. I just kind of looked at him, lit my cigarette, I lit my smoke, and he kept walking. And he was like, "Hey!" And I just kept walking. And he followed me all the way down to the maintenance yard. And I went in, got on my scooter, came out. I had a little headlight on it. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I just gave him the ding ding because I got a rad little ding ding bell, and I just bailed. I just went out. You know what I mean?
Dude, because you guys obviously remember this. The security used to be local people.
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't take it so fucking seriously.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were animals, bro.
And like I knew that with the new security they weren't going to allow knives in. Like this is actually the first year that I went to the fair and didn't have a knife in my pocket.
Same.
You know what I mean? You too, right? Like it's crazy.
I don't really bring things like that just because of like events and like planes. I've lost so many great knives. Dodger Stadium.
Got you,
Lost
yeah.
like 2 knives a couple times in my tenure of going to Dodger games.
Yeah.
Flying on a plane, like, oh, dude, I can't bring this on. Like just not thinking about it, going into the airport, already checking my luggage, just like, oh shit, I got to do something with this knife. I go bury it in the planter.
While we're talking about rude people at the fair.
Let me finish that up real quick.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to
Ding ding,
interrupt
the
you.
dude went up to the gate. The guy who let me in the gate prior was there. He's like, "What's up, homie? Have a good night." Open the gate. I breezed right by him. The prior 2 times that I returned to the fair, I went the same way. Seen the dude who the head guy that was smoking. His name is Joe. I introduced myself,
Joe can
after
have
I was like,
cigarettes.
"Hey, thanks for being cool with that. I know that you're just doing your job." And so I see him, and I was like, "I'm heading back there," and he would just radio those guys. This dude's coming through in a scooter, let him in. So it ended up being cool, and I appreciate that. But bro, those guys were kind of aggressive.
Dude, what about I believe they were middle school or like very early high school girls that were yelling at people to show them the wristbands to go into the derby. Dude, I was like, you're saying wristband, right? Show me your wristband.
Yeah.
Where
those
do you
girls.
think it is?
Yeah.
Like,
not on my ankle.
they can't be bothered to look at your wrist. You have to put it in front of your face. And dude, the other part that irritated me,
I worry
right,
for the future.
was the at the concert, to get into the fair and to get into the concert and to get into the section of the concert that I was sitting in, I had 3 stamps, 2 wristbands, and a lanyard on.
Jesus.
And I'm like, every time I went through a checkpoint, I'm like, which one do you want to see, dude? Like, and I felt like Garth and Wayne walking through.
Oh man,
Dude, back in the day when I did get real with Justice Steel, back when I was younger, I used to take my truck and I'd have my media pass. It would just be one media pass for me, and I'd fill the truck with as many guys as possible.
Yeah.
They'd let me park back behind the stables, so I'd just go in for free, go back over there, and then we'd walk in and go to the Derby. We'd go to the side gate, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm here with Get Real with Jesse Steele. This is my camera guy. That's the cable guy. That's the guy that actually does all of our paperwork.
Boom
That's
mic.
the guy. And they just let us in. It'd be like
Boom mic.
9 dudes strong with backpacks full of PBR.
well, and that's what the reason why they're not, they're more strict is because the general admission seating gets so crazy because of instances like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like
Because of people like you.
Because of people like you, dog.
Totally.
Let's jump back into this. Butthurt because I'm at the grocery outlet in Bishop, and almost everyone in here has a Bass Pro hat or shirt on. What is going on?
People like Bass Pro stuff.
Yeah.
Bass Pro. Remember, like in the 2000s, what was it? Von Dutch.
Oh, right.
Bass Pro is the new Von Dutch.
There you go.
That is the answer.
Yeah, that, and also, okay, it's Labor Day weekend, right? So who are we honoring on Labor Day weekend?
There are people who work.
People who work labor, right?
Yeah.
Normally, people who work labor jobs do their extracurricular stuff is usually fishing, hunting.
Yeah.
So what do those people wear when they go out in public?
Yeah,
What they like.
Because they go get their fishing supplies. Oop, I forgot a hat for the weekend.
Oops,
You know what I
I
mean?
forgot it again.
Yeah, it's butthurt. Nope. Butthurt. Nope. Just
Okay.
heard on the scanner they're responding to someone bathing in front of Highlands Creek just about every morning on my way to work. I see this gross off lathering up. Need to do something about that guy. Why?
Wants to wash there? Cool.
I mean,
It just reminds
Is
me
he
of
naked?
Happy Gilmore,
yeah,
dude in the pond.
yeah.
right.
He's
Yeah.
just getting clean. I don't know. I don't think I would want to see ass crack or
Yeah, if he's
genitalia.
naked, there's a problem. But if he's wearing shorts, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
You said he, like we don't know.
Did
Didn't
you
say
just-
that in the post.
Did you just gender identify nobody?
Oh, man, I got it.
Wow, what a bigot, huh?
Butthurt that a bottle of Diet Coke was $5 at Lee's Chevron Labor Day prices. No. They're not. That's just what they are down there. It's crazy that he gets as much patrons as he does.
It is insane because every time
Talk
I've
about a
gone in there-
gouge, dude. It's just gross.
Yeah. I mean, because we talked about price hikes on this show before when
Several
in
times.
regards to local businesses and stuff, but he is by far the highest.
I couldn't imagine what that is to him because I'm in retail and I know what average retail market is in the retail business, and that's just what it is. But when you go above and beyond that, because we're the only people out here, you are a jerk.
Yeah,
It's just greed. It's gross.
it is.
That's
yeah.
why things cost so much. I don't know.
It's like a gas at Bridgeport.
Well, that I don't know if they're doing that. They get charged a lot more for trucking
because of where
because
they are.
geographically
That
where
makes
they
sense.
are.
Yeah.
It's
Same
so-
thing with June Lake Junction
It's
Or
the
Death
transport.
Valley.
or Death Valley.
It's
exactly.
the transport there costs money.
That makes sense. As long as it's the same price hike, like you're saying, it's just to get it, it's more for them. Perfectly legit, and I don't mind paying the price if I get it.
Right.
That's fair.
Because that's just rude, dude. Don't do that. That's greed.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I have this flashback one that's pretty good. So
Let's run it.
you want to do this one
Yeah,
first? Okay.
Flashback from when?
I think it was actually about a year ago. It was October of last year.
Okay.
Okay. So butthurt, I stood outside Dollar Tree watching out for a sleeping baby left in a car.
Jesus Christ.
This is not your dog, not even comparable. Oh, I left, in quotation, I left the air on. Seriously? I'm an advocate for all children and their safety. Ain't no time is a child to be left in a car. Then she called me names. Poor baby. Oh, yeah. Got photo proof too. My only concern was the baby, and I sat there till she finished shopping and the baby was safe. Come on, people.
You know how you see those? I've done it with my dogs. Like you leave a little note. AC is on, listening to Run DMC.
Right.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what it was when I had the dude and left him. You know what I mean? Because people get mad.
You had a dog named the Dude?
Yeah, that was my first French bulldog. The dude. I tried to name him a bunch of different names.
No.
Yeah.
You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the Dude.
I'm the dude. That's what you call me, man. Or El Dorino if you're not into that whole brevity thing.
Or his dudeness.
His dudeness, right?
Jackie
Or
Treehorn
duder.
uses objects as women, man.
Objects as women. So, yes, my first French bulldog. I tried to name him a bunch of different names, and he would not respond. And I was trying to get him in the truck one day when we were out at Ruth Lake fishing, and he just wasn't listening. I was like, "Dude, let's go!" And he looked at me, jumped in the truck, and he was in the truck, and I said, "Dude," and he looked at me, and I was like, "Okay, your name's Dude."
Yeah, I mean, that's
And
perfect.
I'm a huge Lebowski fan too.
I mean, if you're not,
If you haven't seen The Big
don't
Lebowski,
belong.
you need to figure your life out.
watch
Yeah.
that shit. Watch The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
It's a good ass movie.
Over the line.
Over the line.
Actually,
You want a toe?
Our first.
Get you a toe right now.
I think our first episode, you referenced.
everything.
There's rules. This isn't Nom.
That's
Our very first
so
episode.
many daily quotes, bro.
Yeah. And so there's a comment on that one I just read that I just thought was gold, because obviously someone left a child in a car.
Is it does it show it like is it a baby or is it just like a kid?
The picture,
think
I
it's
mean,
like a baby.
it's, probably
Oh yeah. He's
2, 3, maybe
toddler,
4. Yeah.
sleeping.
But someone
excuse.
Man, reading these comments, there's a whole lot of self-righteousness going on here because obviously everybody was on there condemning the actions of the person who did it. You are or were perfect moms. Probably not. Just no one blasted you on socials. I mean, that could be true.
True.
I know this young lady. And I know she didn't want to leave him in there any longer than to run in and out. Stuff happens, and I'm sure she was stressed at how long it was taking, but you all just have to jump on your keyboards and make her feel worse. Stay perfect, keyboard warriors, or you may end up on blast too. And then put love you and put the person's name. Was the only comment that blasted the person's name of who did it. I was like, well,
Unidentified until then.
yeah, you just shot yourself in the foot with that one.
Oh man, that's wild.
Just completely called out your friend that you love, I guess.
I remember being left in but I'm an 80s, I'm an 80s baby, so it's way different. Like that's what we were. We were just left in cars.
Oh yeah, we rode in the back of the truck the whole
Back
time.
of the truck. I remember this one time me and my brother got in a fight in the cab of a truck. We were sitting downtown where Joey's Brewery is.
Mountain Rambler.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that, Joe. And great burgers there. So me and my brother were sitting in my dad's Chevy. This is a Chevy that he bought from here at Perry Motors, had custom made with a 383 stroker in it.
Back when they still sold Chevy trucks.
Like it was bad. That truck was bad. And so we're fighting around and like I'm trying to get leverage and I reach up and grab onto the rearview mirror. Boom!
Oh.
And that's when the fight just stopped. Because my brother knew, like, I don't need to get beat up anymore because I'm going to get yelled at pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't need to beat you up because you're going to get beat up by dad.
I got spanked by dad a couple times, and I deserved it, rightfully so. But he never put hands on me. He was a good dude. Yeah, he just, would yell pretty tough, like motherfucker. Yeah. I am Butthurt, Monique, and the staff at Eastern Sierra Community Bank don't get more love. They're always so helpful, and I am so appreciative of them. Shout out to Eastern Sierra Community Bank. And if you want to sponsor us, y'all, get at us.
I've actually been thinking about switching my stuff
Me
over
too.
there.
That's a great bank. I've banked there.
You
and I've been
banked
working
there?
with Bobby, the manager, on trying to do some kind of a financial podcast and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to work with him to get part of the Eastern Sierra now family here. It'd be great. But
Sure.
yeah, they're a great bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good bank.
And
You know,
Monique's
I
dope.
think the main reason that I never really did before was because of ATM availability, like when you're out traveling.
Same.
But I don't really.
It's a star thing, right? As long as you have the star little thing on the back,
Yeah,
it works everywhere.
Other banks will just charge you $2 or something, but
Sure.
at least you can still emergency shit.
But that's the thing. I don't go anywhere anymore. Like very rare. Like
I go a lot of
the
places,
furthest I go is like Reno. Like I'll be fine. Not going to Nebraska. Do you have something that you want to bring up? You want me to bring up this?
Do you think
this
we should talk about
depressing
this
stuff?
one?
I mean, we can.
Well, now you have to because everybody at home's going, what the hell?
Read it.
Okay, Butthurt, there was no fair parade this year. There used to be a parade.
Yeah, it was just a couple years ago. I announced it.
That's so that's so crazy.
I know why. The law enforcement couldn't spare the people this year, so they couldn't.
Is
block
there
the
always a
street and
parade?
stuff. Huh? Yeah, Labor Day parade.
Man.
Yeah,
No, there's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not every year.
Oh, it's been like 2 years. I don't know if it was last year, but the year before that, Bill Snyder and I were announcers for the.
Is that the one where the cows broke loose and trampled over?
No,
people's
That was
cars?
a very specific parade they did for Mule Day. No,
Yeah,
it was
that's Meal Days. That's
Was it
Labor
Meal
Day.
Day?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it
Labor
was
Day
one where it
parade.
was,
I'm sorry.
They don't have cows in-
Memorial Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they don't have any cows in the
Because
Middle Days parade.
I was
It's all
announcing
mules.
that year too, when the cows were going down the thing, because we were
That was
coming up
dope.
with all these jokes like, "What are we gonna do? This is gonna be awesome."
They turned out pretty good. The cows
Yeah.
they didn't go anywhere, did they?
Oh yeah, they ran off and ran through people's yards and hit a
Oh,
bunch
on
of
the
cars.
going to Sierra Street, right?
Yeah.
My favorite joke of all time was Bill Snyder. I got to give him credit. Used to be a DJ on their stuff, works Southern Union now.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there doing our thing, and Smokey goes by, Smokey the Bear, and he's like, "It's Smokey the Bear's birthday," because we have this stuff you're supposed to read. There's these binders they prepare for you, and you're supposed to say all this. So he goes, "Smokey wants you to come visit him at his little cabin at the fairgrounds," and Bill goes, "Fool me once."
Yeah, bro.
Good job, Snyder.
Good job,
That is
Schneidy.
funny.
I like Bill. He's a great dude.
I like Bill too, but he has terrible taste in music.
I mean,
Better than what's currently on that station.
I don't listen to any of I don't listen to any of the local radio stations, man. They're all
KWBPT or KW. What is it? The Paiute tribe. Love that station,
Oh yeah, Billy does a good job.
dude. Really good job. Shout
Is
out
it-
to Bill.
Is it good?
Crushes.
Yeah, it's a lot of different stuff. So it's not just like
Okay.
On Sundays, it's traditional music, and dude, I get down.
there's like rap shows, there's
Yep.
punk shows.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff.
Traditional music? What do you mean traditional?
Native American traditional music,
Oh,
drum
okay.
music, dude.
Okay.
It crushes, man. I love that.
Well, you know, some people, some cultures might run DMC, might be traditional music.
It is to me.
See, that's why I asked.
What I grew up on. My first tape I ever bought in 1986 or 87, Record Town, USA, right over yonder, was Run DMC, Raising Hell, and it's the it's the one. It's an absolute legendary track. What do we got here? Oh, should we get into what happened to Victor?
That's why that was my next one.
Touch it off, Doug.
No, I haven't. I don't know much about it. Unfortunately, I mean, I didn't read up on it at all. Now even more butthurt when I read the Mammoth Lakes Police Department report they got from CDFW and how they're defending the actions of the tourists who, on their own actions concerning dumping Victor the bear at the landfill. They must not know the video is out there of the incident and the photo of their careless dumping of Victor at the landfill and what we can see with our own two eyes and their own mishandling of the situation from start to finish.
So Victor the bear, for those of you that don't know, is a local bear that lives up in the Mammoth Lakes Basin, Lake Mary up that way. And he's kind of, you know, where he used to live, R.I.P. Victor. But he was like a mascot almost. Very peaceful. He's been up there for years.
Yeah.
Never a problem until they baited him into their camp. They
The
basically
thing I noticed too from the video is the person is standing on a stump. Well, when bears fight, what do?
right.
So if that person's up on a stump,
Right.
taller than Victor, who's a
Right.
big bear,
Right.
of course he's going to think it's an attack.
It was a little baby
And so,
swipe.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
nothing.
And they
So-
deserved it.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and I don't. And the thing that came out that said that it left a bunch of lacerations on her leg or
Nope.
something. Yeah, right. You watch that video. Victor goes like this and then runs away from her. So it wasn't like he was trying to fight her. He
Right.
probably thought, "Oh, this is a bear coming at me. I'm out of here," because he's like a Yogi Bear.
It's a
You know
bear,
what I mean?
dude.
I feel
Yeah,
bad
he
for
was
Victor.
he was basically Yogi the bear.
Yeah.
There is a
Looking for a picnic basket.
Hey, boo boo.
hey boo. There was a kind of a it's a bear story, right? So up in Tahoe when I was living in Reno, there was this bear that was the mascot of Tahoe for I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks because everybody was calling him Hank the Tank because he kind of came out of nowhere and was not Yogi. Like he was straight busting down people's front doors. like going wild, bro. And this bear was huge.
And that can be a serious problem.
Oh, it was a huge problem.
right.
Like, dude, he broke into this old lady's house and like almost killed her. Like
Oh,
it was,
my God.
it was bad. Like that, like I believe the sheriffs or whoever ended up like having to put him down. Yeah, like because he was.
But there's
wild.
countless videos of human encounters with Victor.
Yeah.
There's countless videos, and every single one of them, the bear does not care about that human.
Yeah.
He's just looking for the fish on the end of your line or what you got going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when you're up in that country, you have to think about bear proofing your campground. Right? You're in their house.
So
You have to.
who killed the bear? Who killed Victor?
Fishing game.
Fishing game.
So fishing game killed him.
Yep.
Based on that one little swipe that he made at that person.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they won't kill the mountain lions.
Yeah.
No matter how much livestock and animals. And thank God we
about
haven't heard
chihuahuas,
about. Well, thank God we haven't heard about any kids getting killed by mountain lions
How
yet.
many chihuahuas have bit people?
Dude.
They're just not off in the
Have you
woods.
ever seen the list of the top 10 most dangerous dogs?
Chihuahua.
Did
I tell the story about Chino?
It
Have I
says
told you guys
like
about Chino?
you can't say how aggressive a dog is. It all depends on the owner. And then it says number one, Chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas, bro. So one of the homies had Chino. Chino was a long-haired Chihuahua. Chino had 23 bite victims. Jesus. 2 in one day, father
Wow.
and son. And every time, as a good owner, he would be like, sacrifice him. Like he's a jerk. You know what I mean? So we were at Samoa Beach up in Eureka, and we were playing. You guys remember what aerobies are? That's a frisbee with a circle cut out in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
Aerobie.
Okay.
They fly for days, and like the way that the beach is set up, they just kind of carousel, and you can get like 100-yard shots. So we're sitting there, and Chino's with us, and we're hundreds of yards from people. And this kid is flying a kite, and he kind of gets a little closer, probably about 60 yards away. Chino squints and looks his eyes, just bolts.
No.
60 yards down, the homie's chasing him. Chino, right on the kid's little foot. Right. Dad comes down from the sand dunes. What the hell's going on? And the homie grabs him. He's like, he's an asshole. This is like the 22nd person he's bit. Like, sacrifice him. And he's like, oh, this adorable little dog. He's so bit the shit out of his hand, bro. And he's like, no, it's cool, man. It's a good looking dog. And like 23 victims.
Or if that was a pit bull, dead on the first one.
Bro.
Yep.
Shot in the head.
Absolutely.
Or a bear.
Back to Victor. Outside Magazine is a pretty big publish.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the thing.
Yep.
We have a thing coming out this week on ESN, by the way. Kevin McCormick's writing it right now.
Oh,
He's
okay.
reached out to like Steve Searles, the bear guy. He's reached out to Paiute Tribe. He's reached out to Fishing Game. He's talked to everybody.
And then-
he's kind of compiling the whole thing.
Who took the Victor's body to the dump?
Fishing Game. My understanding is Fishing Game. But what they said in there, because they put out a letter, and they said the reason being is that what they had to trank him with to kill him puts poison in him. And since the bear, they didn't want to put it in the natural habitat because then when he died, the poison would get into the soil. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit. But
That
that's
sounds
what they
like a
were
bunch
saying.
of talking heads to me.
Yeah. So that's what they said. And I think people are like,
The soil at the dump is the same soil as outside of the dump.
Right.
yeah.
Dude, you know what's I just found this out. You can't dump pressure treated lumber
No.
at the dump.
Yeah.
Really?
Railroad ties? No.
What are you supposed to do with it?
They don't know.
Light it on fire?
No, you can take it to Ridgecrest. There's a facility down there that disposes of it.
Yeah, shall I? Or drive out into the desert?
Yeah, dude, like that's insane to me because
crazy.
it's because I do carpentry for a living, right?
Yeah.
It's California code. You have to build with this stuff, but you can't dump your scraps in
Yeah,
California
That's so dumb.
because that's what they said up there. They're like, yeah, it's a state law. You can't.
Working there at the landfill, it's a bunch of red tape and like.
Oh, yeah, it's not their fault.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And what the people do is hide it, and then they go put it in the face in the trash, and then the operators have to dig it out. And I mean, telephone poles get put on a rapid basis. Deep,
Yeah,
same stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
yeah.
Oh man. What else do I got here? Oh yeah, shout out to the homie Aiden Morano. We're gonna do this one. Butthurt because I can't find a person that does mobile car detailing in Bishop. Yo,
got him.
I replied. It's the homie Aiden. hit him up. Does a great job. This is for the new waste management people. If you don't want to be butthurt when you leave a message, and you don't get a call back, leave a phone number. What she's saying is people call the waste management and they don't leave their phone number, but they want to call back, and then they call and yell at her for that.
Brilliant.
Very sorry that happens to you.
People are probably used to caller IDs, so they don't even think that you have to say it, probably.
Yeah. But still, it's useful. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, double check? Yeah, that's...
Yeah, just
Who doesn't leave your phone number with a message?
I say my name and phone number twice every time, just to make sure they got it.
Right.
You know, oh, give me a piece of paper. Well, then if you just say it twice, then you make sure they have it.
Yeah. Well,
What else do you got?
that's all I got,
There's
bro.
two things I would bring up about the fair, just to see what, your guys' opinion, and everybody at home if they want to write it down. So, 2 butthurts I had about the fair. Number 1, the giant pink flashlight of a screen in everybody's face during the freaking concert.
yeah.
Oh, that was gnarly.
What the hell,
It was
man?
the brightest thing
Yeah.
from here to the moon,
You
bro.
could, and the drone show was right above it. So if you want to watch a drone show, you have to stare at the giant pink screen. When all you had to do, as a tech professional, is make it dark blue instead of a pink background, which was 100% on the dudes that were doing it. And I won't say their name, but it was written on the screen the entire
will.
time. And
Laughing Parrot?
Oh, them. Yeah. And so it's like you've got, oh, look, it's McDonald's, Eric Schultz Bakery, whatever, every time.
Dude.
Right at the bottom, written there.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, giant pink bright screen. You make it dark blue and it matches the background, and then you turn it down. The other thing, the whole opening act, half of the main act, it was the dude's laptop screen. You could see the play button and the start and his tabs and stuff. It's like, come on, man. If you're going to put your name on something, at least do a good job. Jesus. That's the first thing. So if people had a problem with that, let me know, on the comments here. We want to see some stuff. Because Jesus. Number 2, that really made me mad is what is up with the freaking cattle guards stopping people during the concert for being segregated all the different spots. I get the tables.
Levels.
It makes sense. You
Levels.
got a table.
It was levels of VIP.
Yeah, totally. So it's like, don't call it a VIP. If you have levels of VIP, that's weird.
Sure.
But here's my point. It's
Lounge
not even
one
that.
and lounge two.
They want to make more money. I'm all for the fair. I'm super supportive of the fair. I think
Sure.
it's fantastic. So, but what I think the problem is, those singers on stage want the people going up to the stage to sing and
there's
dance.
no spot to dance.
So they didn't do it.
Right.
And then all of us that wanted to are stuck behind the freaking cattle guard.
Right.
So it's like, that was not well done. Like, I had a lot of people complain to me about it, and they're like, hey, you should write about this on EZ. Like,
Well,
no, I'm not
A little
gonna do
bit
that,
of
but-
you
and
call
all-
it like a little bit of like a depreciation for the experience.
Yeah. I thought that was a little bit lame, and wasn't cool.
And I'll say this right now in front of God and everybody. If the fairgrounds wanted to reach out to me to help them design where things should go, because you have to have a VIP section, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just you don't put the entire VIP section directly in front of the entire stage.
Mm-hmm.
You put it to a side in the front.
Exactly what I was thinking.
And-
the tables should have been like that.
Yeah, so if
I can get you in contact with Homebrew.
I will offer free services to help them design their seating for the VIP sections.
I guarantee you that my friend who puts that on would love feedback.
I would, and I'll do it for
She's
free.
great.
And
She's
the
great.
giant TV.
The
not
only
only
thing-
will I
the-
do it for free, I'll pay you to let me do it. Because I am so tired of there being a problem every year
The only
with
thing-
stuff that I could fix so easy.
The only thing I would ask for in return, which I don't know if they could even do this, but it would be really cool, is if my rock and roll band I'm in, well, we do rock and roll and country covers. If we could open the show
Dude,
on
that'd
that
be dope.
stage,
That's
that'd be
the other
rad.
thing we were talking about. This it's like in between acts. Why is there not a local person, local band, even a local singer?
I'm
like
gonna
a
put this.
karaoke
I'm
dude
gonna
out
put
there
this in
doing
the air.
tunes.
I had like 5 different people come up to me and be like, "How come you and Chase don't announce the Derby?"
Dude. Yeah, we
It's
were talking. Was it you?
honestly, it's
because
because Laughing Parrot does it, bro, and they suck.
I mean, come on, man.
They do. I don't know.
Okay.
Chase, you're correct. Yes, 100%.
Guys,
People, we should get some.
we're not starting
younger
production
local
wars
people.
here.
I'm not knocking everybody's thing. Gary Young's the man. All those
Oh, yeah,
guys, they've been
Gary's
doing this
great.
forever. I love those guys.
Yeah.
But it's like, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's get some jokes in there that aren't. Oh, remember when Farrah Fawcett had her hair like? No, we don't. You know what I mean?
I love
That's
you, Gary.
the problem. It's like, what?
I love
let's
you,
get
Ed.
some people in there. Like, I'm not knocking that. They're just. It's. Come on, let's get some people in there to try some other.
I would love to sit with Gary and Ed and make it like a Like have a little.
Dude, the chief dance off was pretty funny.
That was-
Neither of them could dance, and it wasn't necessarily a battle because they were just
Yep.
dancing at the same time. But it was still really
funny.
That
it's-
takes
I'll
that
show it
takes
right
so
now.
much.
I
That
got it.
takes balls to do, bro.
I've got the
dude.
video.
Not only that,
Love those guys.
it's the position that those guys are in. It really it showed
It humanizes them.
It humanizes them. I mean, obviously, in general, not everybody thinks this way, but in general, a lot of people are like pro firefighter and anti police.
Yeah.
A lot of people are that way.
Yeah.
And it really showed the human side
That
of
was super cool.
of him to do that.
Completely
And,
agree.
because he could have stayed there and be like,
No, I'm
and
cool.
he didn't do that. He was,
Speaking of being cool, should we tell him in probably the next episode?
Well, yeah. Let's confirm first.
Okay.
And
We
then,
got something cool. Maybe it's gonna happen.
yeah,
in a
we
few
got,
episodes.
we got.
So
I don't
stay
even know
tuned.
about it.
Maybe even one.
We just
episode.
found out. We'll tell you about it after, but we have to confirm it before. I don't want to make any
Yeah, it's a good
premature
call, it's a good
announcements.
call. But there could be something really awesome. So you keep watching.
I got
Yeah.
a couple more before we get out
You
of
better
here.
hurry because we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, man, that could go long. It doesn't have to be an hour long. People like this shit. I am not butthurt about the awesome lunch at the Back Alley Bowl and Grill. Service is great. So was the food. Patty melt on point with shrooms.
Truth.
I love that place. It's just super
And
good.
dude, they're doing more and more things now. As sad as it was when the place changed hands, because under the circumstances that it changed hands
was
over,
horrible.
It was horrible.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the new owners, man, like they're doing a lot of stuff with it. I think my band is going to start playing there. I think maybe once a month. I mean, we're still in discussions
Cool.
with it, but and also I don't know when will this air? Friday, like afternoon.
Yeah.
Anybody who sees this Friday afternoon, Friday evening, my band is playing at the golf course, 5:30 to 8:30. So
Cool.
if you
I'll
guys,
make sure I get this done early so you can get it out Friday.
Did the fair make you butthurt? Did it alleviate your butthurt? I will be butthurt if you don't share what you loved and what chapped your ass by writing a letter to the interim CEO and board. It's our fair. We have to participate in order to make it what we want, not just complain online. So that is a very valid point. Thank
please
you for
complain
bringing
online
that up.
though. Also,
Please complain. Yeah, that's what makes butthurt. But it's true, man. Like if you guys could put not necessarily pen to paper, but fingers to keyboard and shoot an email over to the interim CEO.
Send it to us. I'll give it to him. I talk to
Yeah,
him all the time.
there you
yeah,
go.
there you go. Send it to us.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Oh
My
no,
thought on that, they did an excellent job. The whole thing was a shit show with Jen and all the stuff that happened. But those guys who had to step in and make sure it happened, I think they did an excellent freaking job.
Yeah, I agree. My only issue was the rudeness of the
guys were crazy.
of the security.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're a private company, but maybe we should go back to having local volunteers do it.
Yeah.
Because, you see what that sign say? Huh? Was that English?
I'm sorry, I can't read. Are you making fun of me?
I should have just been like,
Oh, you didn't do your scratchers.
No, I'm trying to catch up here.
Yeah.
sign?
We haven't won a lot of anything lately. And
How about the drone show?
this one?
We didn't talk about that much. That was pretty rad. While you're doing your thing.
Do you want to know something
You
about
just
the
won?
drone show?
I
What?
do.
Yeah.
I didn't see one of them.
You
Really?
did it?
I'm old, bro. I went home. I was
They're
tired.
cool.
So,
I seen them online.
when was it? It was 4th of July. Was it It's somewhere around where somebody didn't do a fireworks show. They did a drone show instead, somewhere around here.
Oh, cool.
I mean, there was a fireworks show here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was somewhere nearby here.
It'd probably be Mammoth based
It
on
could
how
have
much it
been-
would cost to do a drone show. I would think it would be the mountain.
It could have been there.
Yeah.
And they did that, and people were butthurt because, on one side of the coin, I understand, like, you hear the concussions. It's more,
Yeah.
but this is the second drone show I've seen. I saw one out in Nevada not that long
Yeah.
ago, and they're cool. I
That
mean,
is cool.
to compare them to a fireworks show, there's not the same.
Yeah.
It's cool in its own right. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So that's what I really appreciate about the drone shows. So nothing.
Dope. Nothing on two of them. One more. I don't know how to scratch this one. We're going to save this one for next
Control
episode.
Z.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
All right, buttheads. Make sure to hit
Bye.
us up on bhov.easternsierranow.com.
Patreon.
Yeah, check out the Patreon. You can support us that way. You can support Eastern Sierra Now that way. Suggestions for designs, for hats, for T-shirts, anything like that, please reach
Just
out.
if you want to tell us how handsome we are. I
even
need
if,
to hear that.
even
these
if
days.
that. And also, if you feel like you have what it takes to be a guest on this show, let us know at the website, and maybe we can set something up. But if you're boring, that's going to be on you. So.
I've had so many people come to me with ideas and they're like, "Oh, I want to be a guest and this and that," and I'm like, "How are we going to turn that into a segment? If you want to talk about blah blah blah, like, is it going to be interesting? Is it going to be there's a lot of people who want to be guests. And
Shouldn't be. I agree.
It's not that I don't appreciate who you are in my life and what you do for fun, but it's like hard to translate like some things into.
My favorite idea so far is the Spartacus idea. Somebody shoves their foot up their ass, you bring them on, give them 2 minutes to try to rectify their situation.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys can give them a thumbs down or thumbs up.
Sure.
I think that's a great way to get people on as a guest.
Should we reach out to the lady that left her kid in the car?
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
Oh man.
I don't think she'll come on the show. Yeah.
Well, I am James Trolls.
I'm Chase Little. Thanks for watching, Buttheads.
Yeah.